flight defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. And the Bulls will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So SMU's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown, SMU! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So USF's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go. You've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
And the Bulls will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Morris. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
From the gun, the running back has it. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Takes it from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Bulls decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll try the left side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll run it again. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, SMU! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Bulls in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. The give to the back. And some room to work. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
Here we go.
The play action fake. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be...
He's going to throw deep right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Touchdown Bulls! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morris. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw again. Got his man downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. power football with the run. Turning it on. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
42, South Florida, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bulls will call on their punt team. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the quick pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, the ground game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes to grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that's good enough for first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, SMU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking left. A strike downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the 1st half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Takes the easy one to the back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Morris. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
The Bulls are flying down the field. Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Mustangs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
56, South Florida, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Wants to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Bulls line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. To the ground with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. The run to the left. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. Into
the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Jumped on top of the pile.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Eaton. This time he's got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. Crosses the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Hands it off on the counter. Got the first down and more. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Going to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ball.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too. Because
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
that was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Mustangs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above